welcome to Floyd Models Kit Review time. Today we've got Revell's Snap Tight Kit. This is the AT-ACT, as in AT-ACT. Okay, so basically this is a cargo transport. It's from Rogue One. If you've been off and seen the film, fantastic, isn't it? You'll see these running around instead of these. These are the sort of the later ones, which are the assault transporters in AT-ACT. Okay, so if you want to have a look at this one to talk about all about the weathering and painting and the small upgrades that we did to it, you go off and have a look at that one right now on the Floyd Models site or on our YouTube page, and it's free to watch. So what we got down here, good one for the kids, this one, and well, every Star Wars fan that's out there. So as you can see, not much on the box, to be honest. Kit number for this one is 06754, and then we've got a little bit down here. So it's lights and sounds. As you see, it's a slightly different shape totally to the standard AT-ACT that we've built recently. So opening up the box, we will find, so I haven't even looked in here. I have not got a clue what's even in here. Out of the box, so there we go. Not too bad. The usual thing about batteries, no doubt, and all of that in there. Okay, so we have the body bits, the cargo panels. I'm guessing that's the light sounding thing. Now, let's face it, if it's anything like their previous ones, it's going to sound pretty horrendous. Okay, we've got some feet, and these have all been pre-assembled on all the parts. We've got the sides of the heads, which is fair enough. Okay, let's pop the feet out there, and a bit more of the head. And then in here we assume we have all the legs and the smaller parts. Let's tip these out down in here. So it is going to be fully articulated with bending legs, and we've got stabilisers, upper arms. In fact, a lot of ways this goes together extremely like the big brother over here. Okay, so in the little booklet we've got just here, usual thing, we've got the parts call outs just down in there, so you can have a quick check, make sure you've got all the ones you want, and then it's straight in. So what we're going to do is pop this guy together as we do it. Okay, so start off with, we've got the panel sides, and we've got these giant orange plates going to go in. So we're assuming the left and rights don't matter. So that is as simple as those clicking in, which is quite a nice touch. So you just push it in and through and then down and click. Okay, so that's quite nice. That's those two done. Okay, then it goes on to the lower chassis. Okay, so we're just going to pop these. We're just making sure, so it's going to be that way. I think. I'm going to go in. The legs normally all fit in, just making... we missed a part, sorry, we missed a part, we're down here. Okay, so both of those in, and then we've got to put the lower tail section is going to go in these. Okay, so we have a lower tail section, and that is just going to fit on the end and pushes in just like that. Okay, then we can take this section, and it slots in the little slot just down there, and then the body parts all hold together. Okay, that's it, pretty straightforward. Then we can put the sides on, and then the fronts. Okay, so it's only going to fit one way, so it must be this way around. No, it's got to be that way around. Okay, so we're just going to slide in that side. Okay, then we pop the front angled part in as well. So that's just going to slide in the front, just like that. Then we can pop the roof in, so we've got the actual top part, and that is just going to slide in. Actually, the thing is, I'm looking at it because I'm thinking it must be more complicated than that. It's not, it literally is that simple. Okay, so once we've got both of those in, then we can line up the other halves, making sure we're all in. Okay, and then we can push all of those in, and once that in, like all their others, that actually makes a nice strong solid box. section just like that. So that's up to part 8. Okay, so we can pop him off to one side. Now we're going to go into the head. So we've got the guns up here and the head unit. So we have both the guns on the side, and they're just going to be a straightforward push in. 1 and 2. Okay, so they're a nice up and down movement on like that. Then we've got the sound unit. So I'm not going to pull that out because it'll drive me mad. Okay, and then that literally just pushes up in the head, and you've got the on-off button on the top here. Okay, so that's the head unit, and this is then just going to pop into the socket just down in here, and then it's in. Really good, very nice indeed. Okay, so that's the head in. Actually, it's really firm as well. Okay, so that's that one done. Then obviously the big bit, which is going to be all the legs. So we've got the feet, so we've got the lower ankles. And just like the big brother next to us, these are just going to fit into the inside like this. Okay, so that's going to be an outer, that's an outer, that's an outer, this is an inner. Okay, and then they literally just push together, and they will slide up and down on the rail. So again, we can do the same. So just make sure it fits in nicely in there. Okay, then you grab the larger section, which is number 1, going up to number 2. Okay, and that fits in there. And the same with all of these. Okay, last one. Just pop them in the top, stick him in just like that. Okay, straightforward, 4 legs done just like that. Then we got the outer little riggers, so pop them in through the hole first. This is the little stabilizers. Okay, and then if you're like me, you put it on back to front. Great start. Okay, so we just pop this open. Not thinking ahead, so just round the other way if you have done it, so that fits in there, and then in through there, and then this, I assume it's just a push fit, is it? Yep, in there, and that will just help stabilize it and gives it its proper look, just like that. Okay, and then same for this one, just pop that down in there. And these, yes, you guessed it, I've put them in back to front. Okay, so we just need to pop these round. So we go in, pop them in, and yes, we've done this one round the wrong way. It was always going to be a 50-50 shot, and funny enough, 2 of them were wrong. And last one, that one goes in the bottom, pops in the top. Okay, so that's those done. Then we can do the upper leg, which these are literally, I assume, just going to push into the inside of each other. So these are nice and simple. So you just say they just go inside and then push them till they're completely flush. Okay, last one. Again. See, it doesn't take too long to pop this little guy together. Okay, that's that done. Okay, and then we can, I assume, pop the legs together. So we just take an upper and a lower. Okay, so they're just going to fit in. And then we just got to make sure we've got the knee is going to be just the one with the bolts, as we did on our other one, and that fits through really nicely. So again, this big one is going to be the top one because it has the bar running across the top. And to be honest, we had to make these details on the last one because there wasn't the details there. Right. Okay, so this just goes in, push. To the inside, and last one. That one in. Okay, then the legs are literally just going to fit on here. Okay, so they're just going to fit in, and then this guy just going to go in and then click him in place. Fantastic. They go in, they hold their own weight. Goes together just as quick, and in some ways I have to say, and I'll be honest for the point of this review, this one is far better plastic than the one I built, costing a lot more. Okay, and then we can stand him up. So there we go, that's it, that's simple. Okay, so let's just check out the sound. I don't think he's too bad. He's only got one sound by the looks of it. He's far more posable than his friend over here. But yeah, there we go. So that is it. This is the AT-ACT. As I say, he's a very nice, very stable, solid, good construction, no problem at all. And then if you wanted to, of course, you could then come along and do something like we've done on this guy. Now this is obviously the big version of it. Force perspective. There we go, have them like that. You can see both of them together. So what I would do technically is exactly the same we did to this guy. I must admit, a lot of the raised details on here you'd probably keep, but generally a lot of the details on this one are better even on here. We had to upgrade these bolts and the things running around the feet and the legs and some of these in here because the actual kit is completely devoid of all detail like that at all. At least this one has it all here on such a smaller scale and everything else like that. So I have to say, it is a really nice little kit. Something for the kids, but us adults, we could paint that up and do exactly what we did to this guy to that, and you'd end up with a fantastic looking AT-ACT.